So I began sharing with them the way the mind learns, the way that the subconscious belief systems will really dictate so much of how a person manages their success, their relationships, even their wellness. And it's a fascinating subject because it's something that we can go in and change. We can go in and change subconscious belief systems to be more supportive of what our goals are, both in wellness and on an emotional level, as well as on the mental level and on the spiritual level. And so as I began sharing some of the principles, such as the way the mind learns and which panels of the program supported each piece of that information and how we could use that to go in and address these factors, a course evolved fairly organically that way. I know that because we didn't have training when I first got the device, I was so fascinated with it that it's almost as if I lost my social life, and I just didn't leave my home for about a year until I explored every single panel. And I really was searching for the panels that supported this profound change in belief system that we can do with hypnotherapy. I was starting to find that with the device usage coinciding with that change in belief system, that it was becoming deeper and more effective for the client, and it was happening faster. And the more I started using the program with my existing clients, the more I started to realize that we were getting more profound results, more deeper results on multiple levels. They were even holding their memory and thought patterns in their bodies differently. They felt more comfortable in their skin faster. And that started evolving into looking for additional mind-body syndromes to incorporate into the work. And so it became too much for one course, and so I ended up having to do a second course, and then a third course, and a fourth course. And they've now become a natural outgrowth of each other and are best taken in sequence. Human Growth Development Recovery 1, the core foundations, and it's just like what it sounds like. We cover the core foundational principles of how the mind learns, how we are in hypersuggestible states when we're under stress, how to relieve that stress, and how to reorganize the memory in a way that now supports them and is stress-free, and that they have an automatic interaction within their subconscious thinking process of going to a more positive belief system about self as opposed to a negative one that's very stressful and one that supports them. And so it ended up becoming life-changing for many people. And I started teaching the courses. At first, I just had a small course where our numbers were small. I had a small seminar in Los Angeles, and to my surprise, everybody's so enthusiastic about this modality. People flew in from all over the world. I couldn't believe it. And it was so great getting to know everybody in those courses. And I do miss the live classroom experience, but it's become apparent that we can really reach more people by doing this over the internet. There's a lot of people that can't travel. They have a lot of family obligations, work obligations. It's difficult to get away from home for that long of a time, and so the internet is the only solution, although hopefully we can find opportunities to continue to gather and share information with each other. But the Human Growth Development Recovery courses address something central to the human condition.